test it. I've done that as well. And as much as possible, I want you to please listen carefully. I would take my time in explaining the strategy so that you don't miss any information. And should the case you do, please try and watch this video over and again so that you can get all the nitty-gritty of the information passed in it, and then you can get the best from this strategy. All right, let's go to the strategy right now. If you look at this, you see right now I'm on crash 1000. Now this is crash 1000, and the strategy works in a very simple manner. Now if you look at the zoom level, I only zoomed this, I zoomed it just once. Yeah, I think I'm okay with just one zoom level. And if you look at the main chart, there are quite a number of indicators there, like two of them. If you look at this, you can see the Bollinger Band and then the moving average. Then this first indication windows, you can see two indicator or three indicator like that in a combination. We have the RSI, the Ichimoku, and then we have the Bollinger Band, and then the third one you can see the RSI. Now, how does this work? Please listen and get this information properly. Then we'll go to the settings, and then you can go and launch. All right. I'm trying to, after this, I will try to show you a secret like I used to do on how to take this strategy to a new level. But for starters, let's start from here. All right. Now look at this. You see, sorry, it should be the other way around. Now see, that's your first. Let me get to the second, and then we'll discuss this. Second, and let's get to the third, and then we will discuss. All right. So when you have, this is crash 1000, and then you have a spike that goes beyond this lower Bollinger Band here, that gets outside. That's your first pointer, first indicator, first sign you are looking for. The next sign is you have this Ichimoku here touch the level 10 here, level 10. That's your second. You can see I entered this quite late. I opened it late, so I can't enter it quite late. Then your third is your RSI is showing you, and it's already at the oversold region, which is to say it's going to go up. And you know this is crash 1000, the tick for crash 1000 is a bullish movement. I've told you what a tick is. A tick is a normal movement for that commodity if all things being equal. You realize that even when it crashes, the next thing it wants to do is wants to go up. So the normal movement for it is this. Now, I'm going to show you some other conditions which you can add. However, I want you to please take this as the utmost one. When you have it, number one, come out of the lower Bollinger Band here. This is for crash 1000. Number two, you see this touch the 10 level. You can see the way it touches. Number three, and you see that the RSI is showing that it is at oversold region. Then you get ready to go in and take your 5 to 10 candles. 5 to 10 candles, you are safe, you are gone. You enter, perfect entry, perfect exit. Perfect entry, perfect exit. That is excellence in trading. You go in perfect entry, you take your 5 to 10 candles, and you are out. Then you realize that if you can be disciplined in this direction, you will see that all your outcomes will be blue. You will hardly have red outcomes. Even if you have a strike, or a crash against a spike against you, you will see that with this kind of strategy you will recover it, or even if you close on the loss, you will have much more gain. However, if you are disciplined to take in between 5 to 10 candles, you are good, you are okay. All right, let's look at it for other places and see what we can pick from there. Now, if you look at this, one thing you should know about this first indicator window is that this Ichimoku here, this green line is the Ichimoku, is lagging, and it is lagging by 26 candles. It's lagging by 26 candles. That means that it's behind by 26 candles. So this is this. You can see that. So this one is this, and then this. All right. Now, did you see this now? You look at this. It's not as if you can't pick this entry here. However, I'm giving you the ultimate for those who are smart enough, who are not too greedy. You can also go in here, because out of these three indications, you have two. You have this, and then you have this. But since we don't have this, I might suggest to you to avoid it if you are not very smart in going in fast and going out fast. In fact, I advise that you set your automatic take profit, so that you don't don't go slow in closing. Some people, when they see that the candle is increasing, like for example, you see this is way more than even 20 candles, they go in and keep taking. They say this thing is much, and then they get a very dangerous surprise. See the surprise here, a very dangerous surprise. So if you are disciplined, you can pick it, but if you are not, just avoid it. Wait for the perfect one. This one, and this one. All right, let's go forward. Now you look at this. See, it breaks this lower Bollinger Band. It breaks this lower Bollinger Band. And then look at this. If you look at this one now, look at this. This is beyond. It's close. In fact, it's because of this back testing. Can you see? If it was close to where it should be, it will be touching. It will be touching this. So giving you a safe entry, this, and then looking at it, where can we find it? You can see that this is it here. This is it here. So you can see it is on the oversold there. This here is touching. Actually, it's because of the back testing that is like this. Even with the back testing, see how close it is, and then look at it. So with this, you go in, you take your 5 to 10 candles, you are fine. This is the anchor strategy, and as much as possible, you realize that every strategy I give you out there, I try to make sure that it is working with a standard reference. Like for example, this is standard reference. This is default setting for RSI. So it's standard that when something is at oversold, then get ready for upward movement. So if we are using this and this is an additional help to you. So this is called the anchor strategy. For that, we are holding on to something so that we are safe. It's not that you are just doing it blindly. This is not a blind entry or blind exit. It's a perfect entry and perfect exit if you are disciplined. Okay, be disciplined. All right, be disciplined. All right. So to not to waste too much of time, and then as much as possible, for every strategy I give to you, I want to plead with you. Please try and run it on demo. I know you might say, okay, fine, this guy has done the work. Yes, I know that work has been done. However, I want you to get used to it. The reason why I asked you to do it on demo is not because the strategy will not deliver. No, many of you have given a lot of testimony on the strategies you have been using. However, I want you to also test it and get used to it on demo, and then so that you understand even better before going on the real account. All right, so with no further delay, let's get into the settings. Please take note of the settings so that you can set it properly. All right, and as much as possible, many of you have been asking me for indicators to catch spike. I will give you as much as possible very soon. You can use this to catch spike. However, I don't recommend it because catching spike, it require you to be a swing trader actually, not a scalper. If you're a scalper, forget about Skype as a spike, because the market might extend beyond where you want, and then you might run into more losses. Scalpers are not, they have not built immunity towards seeing red. I mean losses. Now, when you want to scalp, when you want to do a cash spike rather, you have to see some red before you can see the blue. So if you have built up that and you are confident that you can take it, then you can try to use this to cash spike. And how do you do that? You use the opposite. Let this go beyond. You can see this one it's not beyond it. So look for the one that goes beyond, and then you confirm it with this. You see that? If you can do that, and then you can wait, then you get the benefit. You can see the benefit. However, if you can't, stick with this simple method. All right. So the zoom level is that you, after zooming out completely rather, you just zoom in once. Zoom level one. Just use one. All right. Then the other setting, I'm using the 1 minute time frame, but I'm going to give you a secret at the end of this video. Please watch it to the end. Don't be in a hurry. Understand strategy. So this the indicator, I use moving average because I just want to have a knowledge of what the trend is saying. This is just for trend's sake, and this is moving average period 200 shift 0 method linear weight. I use that intentionally for something, and apply to close. Then the style, I use 4 pixel, and there's this golden brown color, and that is it. And then I use Bollinger Band. The normal default setting for Bollinger Band is period 20. I changed the period to period 40. So take note, period 40. Then I set mine as black. You can use any other color you want. No style, just leave that. And then for the indicator window one, please take note, the RSI, which is the main indicator body containing the other indicators, is period 3, apply to close, style 1 pixel, and background color. I don't want to see it, but I use white because white is my background color. And then I use these levels. Please check it properly. The levels here are level 90 and level 10. So by default, you see 30 and 70, change it to 90 and 10. And that, you can click done, you are done with that. So the Ichimoku. Now, the Ichimoku is a very unique indicator. And then you look at the settings. The Tenkan Sen is 9, the Kinju Sen is 26, and then that's the part that makes it lag by 26. The Kinju Sen is the one that makes it lag by 26 candles. Now the second span B is 52. Don't click this field. Don't click. Then for the styles, the Tenkan Sen is 1 pixel and background color white. The Kinju Sen is 1 pixel, background color white. The up Kumo is 1 pixel, background color white. The down Kumo is 1 pixel, background color white. The only one I'm using is Chico Span. And Chico Span, I use 3 pixel, and then we have it as green. You can set any other one that you want for yourself. And lastly, for this indicator window one, I use exactly the same setting I used for my Bollinger Band. I just added Bollinger Band period 40, deviation 2.000, and then shift 0. Apply to, please note, apply to previous indicator data. This is what I changed in the previous one. I applied to previous one. I'm applying it to what? To the Ichimoku. I'm applying this to the Ichimoku so that this the information this is giving me in relation to the Ichimoku that I'm going to use. And then the style, I choose black, and that is it. So now the last indicator window, which is the indicator window 2 I'm going to use, ignore the other ones, is the RSI. The RSI, and this is RSI basic default. So RSI period 14, apply to close. Style is 4 pixels and then it's blue. Then the levels. So I apply these levels because for those who want to really go far in taking it, you can use this. However, if you want to really stay with the instruction, just take 5 to 10 candles and you are out of the market. So level 30, 70, 50, and then you add that as your take profit. So that is that. Remember, you have this. Let it break out this lower band. This is crash 1000. Let it break this lower band, and let this touch the 10 level, and let this break the let this touch the oversold region, and then you take your 5 to 10 candles and you are fine. You are out of the market. I hope you guys understand this properly. Let's see if I can just check for boom 1000, and then from there you can pick what I'm saying. You look at this, so you try as much as possible to stay with it. You see it's touching here, and then here is close. You can see this one is touching here. You can see here, and then you can see here. So you see here, and here. You take your 5 to 10 candles, you are out. This as well. If you look at this, it's eventually touch. If you look at it, it's eventually touch here or very close here, and you see it's touching here. Take 5 to 10 candles, you are out. And this as well. Before this appeared, it was, can see it went up, so it was touching. So you see this, you can see this, and you can see it here as well. So you can see that you pick your 5 to 10 candles and you are fine. I hope you guys understand this. Now to the secret I want to show. What is the secret I want to give for this? Let me show you something. Now look at this in 5 minutes time frame. You see in 5 minutes time frame, you see this happen. Now if you do this on higher time frame, like take for example, you have this, and you see this is not even here. Let's look for one that touches, and then you see you can have more candles. If you use that, you have more candles. Go to higher time frame, you will have more candles to pick. And if you think you want to stay longer, however, I recommend you just stay with the 1 minute, pick what you want to pick, and you are out. But if you are the type that you really want to go and pick longer candles, because for each of the candles you see on higher time frame is based on that time frame. If it's 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes time. It's 5 minutes. It's the value is 5, and then for that you'll be able to even pick much more. You can see you're ready to be able to pick much more. Look at what this is saying. Look at this. Although this is not showing, you can see if you come forward, you can see that it is touching, because this is back testing. That's why it's showing that if it's touching like this and like this, then you have this, you are good to go. You can see how many candles you will have picked. How many candles. So if you want to go higher time frame, you can go higher time frame. However, you can stick with the 1 minute time frame, pick what you want to pick, and you're out of the market. All right guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you appreciate, let me know in the comment. Let me know how much you understand this, and then ask your question. I'm going to respond to you. And as much as possible, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You will gain a lot from doing that. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time.